Hi, this is Stold. Welcome. Today, we're taking a hard look at the Atomic Microsizer. 1 mana equipment, or 1 blue mana equipment rather. And equipped creature gets +1/+0, you equip it for 2. And when the equipped creature attacks, you choose one target creature. That creature can't be blocked this turn and has a base power of and toughness of 1/1. So basically, you make a creature unblockable is kind of the idea. Or you turn one of the opponent's creatures into a 1/1 creature that you can kill. Kind of the idea. I don't know if we're missing cards or stuff to make it better. So far, testing-wise, it hasn't been that great. But it does have some promise. So I don't know if we're like missing some cards. There's like, it's the Otter, I think. Floodcaller. Cast non-creature spells as though they had flash. Maybe we're missing that guy. Just so we can cast our baubles and stuff. There's also... Is that an otter? Oh, it's a rat, I think. Is it here? Where is it? 2/2? 2/2. I think you could target Planeswalker. Yeah, this Beast Binder. And I don't know if we should be playing the Beast Binder as well, because the Beast Binder kind of does the same thing. Probably we should be, but we'll have to look at that. Oh man, what did I click? We'll have to look at that, but for the deck that we have, you know, maybe we need to add those in because it just helps out. Like, we have stuff like Grim Bauble, we have the... Oh, we got rid of all of the other charms. Nowhere to Runs. We got the Depressurize, because if you make it a 1/1, then you -3, its power's less than 3. 1 Bitter Triumph. Archenemy's Charm. Just ways we can kill the opponent's creature or trajectory as well. But that's a sorcery speed type of situation. And then we're going with an Astrologian's Planisphere. So whenever we cast a non-creature spell, we get +1/+1. We do have a little bit of creatures. We have 14. It's slowly crept up a little bit because we needed some stuff. And while we're playing, I needed more creatures. And originally I was going with a lot of job select cards. That being said, there's one more job select that we can look at as well that we might add in. The Ninja Blades might be a good addition, and maybe it's better than the Greatsword. I wish we just had some space for it. We could just take down one of these Microsizers. I really wanted to just have 3 anyway, but I really wanted to hit it for the video. But yeah, originally it was just all going in on the Astrologian's Planisphere to get +1 counters to a creature, and then, because when you make it a 1/1, it still keeps the +1 counters. Definitely an idea for, you know, a white deck, or green is also good on +1 counters. But having stuff like the Greatsword also helps out, right? So you have a 1/1 with a Greatsword attached to it, so it'll do 4 damage to the opponent. Putting it on something, you know, with lifelink, or, you know, the Elegy that, you know, whenever you damage opponent, you draw a card. Gonti's kind of the same way, so like this top end part, I'm not sure about where it needs to be. Like, I feel like you need the Gearhulks if you're going to be using Tezzy, because you can untap it, give it +1 counters is really great. It does lose, you know, if you make it unblockable. And then Gonti and Elegy are just caring about other creatures becoming unblockable. And so, yeah, I'm not really sure what the top end's supposed to look like in this deck, but definitely wanted to try out this card and play around with it. And yeah, let's get into some games, see how we do. Engage. Yeah, definitely thought that going with an artifact package seemed like it was the right way to go, but I'm just not sure. Going second really sucks. We're on the draw. Probably lost the game. They're going to have a 3/3 lifelinker coming in on us, and they ate up our Death Toucher. Oh, who would have predicted Shelter by Ghosts? Huh. Looks around. No. Interesting. And now we will just put out this Sticktwister, and then they can get first strike, and we're done for, right? So they become a 5/5 with first strike, right? Or 6/6. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 6, whatever, with first strike. Plus, you know, some other thing. Maybe they just have a bounce spell. or tap down my creature spell. I'm just gonna do this. They have the perfect start. So we'll just move on. And that's what I've been finding with this deck. I showed off like 10 bits of removal, got 0 bits of removal. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so I think it's more the shuffler than... more likely the shuffler's screwing me over than actual... the deck being bad? I mean, it seems kind of weird to say, but... I want lands? I need lands. We're gonna go black. Yeah, can't do nothing. I don't know if we Siren first, Planisphere. They're gonna have bounce spells, so our Planisphere isn't gonna work. Like, we just been getting screwed over on the matchmaking. Oh, it's red. That's even better. I think we just don't care about our own life total. We're just gonna go with the Greatsword. And then they can bounce that token. It's perfectly fine. Most likely they're gonna have a pump spell on the Slickshaw. I mean, I guess we did draw an instant spell that we can't cast because we have one blue source. So even if we had Siren there, it wouldn't matter. We're just looking for a lifelinker. They're only hitting us for 5. It's a great deal. Yeah, I'll keep stock up. We're gonna start with this because it's shuffler, so that the auto tapper doesn't screw us over. We could attach the Greatsword at 3 life, but I don't think so. Slick shot Vivi. Okay, tapped out. Sounds great. The fact that Vivi does you damage, I'm so glad I went second. Very glad I went second. So dumb. I can't draw land. Oaken Siren in the Planisphere. We do have the Revenant for life gain. But, yeah, whatever's... They didn't get the Burst Lightning. We're at 11. We're doing pretty good. Okay. So do we stock up here? Nah, I don't think so. Do we? I think we actually need to stock up here. It's really weird to say. Bauble? We came here to Microsynthesizer. Let's do it. That's what we came for, right? Do we block? I don't know. We basically have the life gainer.
Oh, fine.
Rolls at 5? Yeah, no, I'm not blocking that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So we either don't gain life or we gain life. Do we care about the bauble? I care about killing Raul. If I had the life, if I had 1 more mana, I would like put the life gain on there and attach the sword, but we don't have that option. End turn. Right. Looking good. They can start making otters, but that doesn't matter to us as long as they can't bounce our microsynth. We're gonna gain a bunch of life. Shit. 1, 2, 3. No blocks. That's great. We're gonna start with this. This is not a cast, right? Exile this card from your graveyard. So we want this on here. I mean, attaching it's... We're gonna gain a life back anyway. Sure. Just staying down to not draw something to kill my Siren. Cool. Oh, did I mess that up? Got too excited. Sure. Just become a 1/1. I'm gonna draw a card. Discard a card. I think we don't equip the Planisphere. Okay. We will block the Otter. We should make another Otter. Instant or sorcery spell. Excellent. Yeah, no blocks, bro. Do we Grim Bauble? Nope. Yeah. I think we're just gonna put this here. And then we're gonna swing in with these two. Make this guy unblockable. I mean, I could make that unblockable, but who cares? They're dead next turn. Maybe they put it on the slick shot. They can't block me. I'm gonna draw a card and make a zombie robot. Colorless robot, and we got Gonti. We'll discard this card and give you 4 damage. It's pretty good. Vivi combo beaten. Yeah, we might want to draw again. We might have found the right combination of cards, right? We will take 2 damage if they play a Chocobo. Easy peasy. If you play a Chocobo, I'm going to take 2 damage and Grim Bauble it. Okay. Do we take 2 damage anyway? No. I don't think so. We're looking for lands. Definitely want lands. We can just put out the sewers. Trajectory or Grim Bauble? Do we want to double spell? How important is our life total? I want to get this microsynth out as quick as possible. I think we need to do it. We need to take the 2 damage. I don't think 2 damage is going to prevent us from dying, right? Depressurize is only going to work a little bit. Come on, the tap lands though, bro. We have to do this now. Do we? Is that trajectory the right thing or depressurize? I think we have to depressurize it. They got 3 cards left in their hand. Virus Beetle next turn. Looking good. -10, -10. I think it's like our best removal spell. Just about. I think we have the Virus Beetle though. They might have protection. We could just equip this and they can't attack. If they get rid of a protection spell, they have another one. Now this is where I wish I had a pixie. So if we... I'm just gonna do this. If we try to kill their creature, see there's a stick, so they still have another one. They have some other spell that they can cast. So they had 2 protection spells. So if we block, they could protect it, which is perfectly fine with me. 1, 2, we're 1 short. These tap lands are killing me. Maybe the mana base is jacked. Maybe we just need 1 reef. So they could use the escape tunnel to shuffle. If they don't like what's on top. I guarantee they have a protection spell. Just gonna attack in here. Make it a 1/1. They're not gonna block. Do we force them to use their protection spell? I think we do. I had to get it out of their hand. There was a time before where I knew they had it in another game and I didn't get it out of their hand. And that cost me the game, right? And then this thing is just card advantage, right? Birds off the top. Birds, 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 right? So they could kill us if it's a +3/+3. Alright. Let's see it. Let's see it. So they don't have a protection spell, but what do they have at instant speed? I don't get it. What do you have it? Oh, it's just this is holding up priority. Oh, I see. Yeah, no. Zoop beep. Boop. Opponent goes first on the draw again. We got the Micro Synth. 2 removal spells for your chocobos and life gain. Alright. Tap land. I'll take it. Rabbits is bad. I mean, life gain is not the thing I'm worried about. That is the thing I'm worried about. No blocks. But we can Gonti that stuff. We go here. Another tap land is not what I'm in the mood for. I have to take this Hare Apparent out. Do I attack? No. Because my life total is more important than their life total. They're going to gain 4 life. They're going to... I'm probably just dead. If they have 2 Hare Apparents in their hand, they're going to gain 2, 4, 1, 2, 3 life. So my attacking for 2 is not going to gain any life. The fact that they're questioning life is really interesting. I need more removal spells. The Bitter Triumph has to be for another Heir Apparent. And I probably need to discard something. The Impact Tremors is just going to kill me. So, like, this game needs to go fast. Okay. That was a good play. I'm going to take out your error, though. They could have Raised the Past, which would be bad. The Microsizer doesn't make sense to put out right now, so better to put the creature out so that it could attack next turn. And we could just Gonti next turn. We don't even need a Microsizer. Gonti for 2 Heir Apparents would be great. Okay. Give me those heirs, dude. Yeah. Market Gnome, Heir Apparent. Don't mind if I do. Does it come in tapped? They don't own. Create the treasure token. So the Market Gnome is free? I'm just gonna do this. Discard a card. I might just have lands. Might be flooded to all hell. They are flooded. I'm gonna attack in first. I know we should Microsizer, but I want to steal some more heir apparents. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have. Raise the past. I don't have any creatures in there. I can play this for and get a treasure? No. Play this and make a treasure though. Play this and make a treasure? I can play this and make a treasure? Yeah, man. Auto pay. I can play this and make a treasure. Beat you with your own deck. I can play this with the treasure I made. Sure, greed it up. Greed lord. Beat you with your own deck. Gonti. See, there was just like a few top end cards that I was struggling with. And I think I found the right cards. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. With a reef. I mean, sure. I want to mill myself. I don't want to give them cards for that thing. Let them see my deck a little bit. Ooh, baby. Boros heirs. Man. On the draw? What? I go first on the play for the win. This is to get into platinum. I got one removal spell I can cast. One creature I can cast. I can put this out for black. Pay the 2 life, I think. Trajectory, that shit. Yeah, don't look at that. You don't need to look at that. Don't be looking at that. They played the non-fetch land. That hurts, bro. Ninja Blades? Ninja Blades. Let's do it. Draw cards. I don't want to discard, but it does block Tifa. Do we want to block Tifa? Equipment of 2. Might have to just block to survive. They have a fight spell. Bite spell. The one land that's not a colored source. They could have protection. Okay. Missed my land drop. I have that -3/-3. Be great. Have another fight spell. Another hard-hitting question. Did they not attack last? They did attack, right? Well, they need 2 lands or a pump spell. 2 lands and a pump spell. Chocobo. Should have put that out first, but you didn't want to. Now they're tapped out. Easiest block of my life. Now if we draw a land, that would be great. Okay. Okay. Bauble time. Time for a bauble. Grim Bauble. Get an Acolyte. The Lasher is coming online next turn. That's not 2 lands. The Gearhulk we can't cast. This Fountainport's screwing me, man. I'm definitely Acolyting. Putting out Elegy. Okay. Looks good. I'll attack in. What are you gonna do with your 2 cards? We have successfully handled their Trampler. And I draw a card. And I plus this guy. Ooh, baby. You weren't expecting that, were you? Were you, baby? Is this just anything? At the beginning of your own step, if a non-land permanent left the battlefield this turn, Beginning of your end step. So we need to bauble for that? Or sack a Fountainport fish? Tifa. Oh, I hope we don't get another bauble. Tezzy's gonna die. This artifact? That's an artifact. Cool. I think Tezzeret's gonna die. Technically not. No lands? We're gonna Oaken Siren into Hullcarver, and then Tezzy's gonna be at 4 loyalty. We're gonna -3. That was a mistake. Hello? 2, 3, 4. We can attack in with the Restless Reef. I think we're just gonna cast a bunch of spells, right? The Gearhulk? This puts like the best defense, but ooh, we can just discard the sewers, right? Or discard this. Target player, me. Yes. Let me get rid of this. Ooh, too bad. Sure, stock up's fine. I mean, I can't imagine them beating us with one card. You could attack in, it's fine. I won't block. Block with this guy. Oh, Landfall. Alright. Dubs all around. Ranking up to Platinum Tier 4. With this deck, I did not think it was going to happen. Woo, baby! Oh, what a start. Okay, so Azure Beef Finder. Yeah, we don't need that. We don't need a Flood Caller, I guess. Massacre Girl, probably not the top end we're looking for. We get rid of that for sure. Scrapbot, well, it's great. We don't want to make it a 1/1, so that's a good card though. Bloodletter, yeah, nah, this is not a Bloodletter. And Vincent Valentine, so you get pluses counters with a 1, it's a 2/1, 2/2 with lifelink if it's attacking in, but if you can get it counters on it, might be a good idea. I'm really liking the 2 top end editions of Gonti and Elegy. So we went 1-4 or 4-1 rather. We lost that first game. Maybe we could have stuck in that first game, but they just had the ultimate thing. I'm definitely kept it in because the people that stop watching, they don't want to watch you lose, and likes to put that first. I mean, that's what happened, right? Put them in order. I'm not changing the order. Sometimes I'll cut the first couple games until we get to a good one, but yeah, I didn't get to see the Microsizer pop off, but we did get to see Gonti and the Elegy and Tezzeret. Tezzy's so good, man. Just being able to fetch up baubles. Ooh, baby. Yeah. The Revenant, just to give some lifelink. We needed that little bit of lifelink. And then the Ninja Blades was a great addition. I think that is the thing that we're kind of looking for. So it makes me question whether the Greatsword is the card to put in, or if it's actually the Ninja Blades that you want. Equip of 2. Equip is free. Stock up. There's also another equipment. You discard a card. Equipment. This guy, the Flail, but it's only +2/+1, so it's not that great. We were really looking for stuff that do things. I did originally have the Black Rod in there, but meh. And I had this thing in there, the Dragonfire Blade. It's equip of 4, but it costs 1 less for each color. But the problem is, these guys, the hero tokens, are colorless hero tokens. When equip creature, whenever this, job select, here it is, right up here on the top. When equipment enters, create a 1/1 colorless hero token. So that's a 4 equip on there. So those are bad synergy. Just some things that I went through that, wasn't good. I didn't get to put the Buster Sword in there. I think it's just kind of cheating, Just throw that in there and then you equip that. And yeah, it's almost like having a Leyline Axe in a deck. You're just cheating when you get that on the start. It's easy wins. We're not trying to win easy. We're trying to win good, consistently. Consistent decks that can win consistently. Consistent decks that can win. Yeah, that's a smart play. The removal package. We could talk about that for a little bit. Yeah, the Planisphere is questionable. But I don't know what other +1/+1 counters in blue happen to have. If you know of any, I don't know, counter blue. There's this thing, it's pretty cool, but it's not an artifact. But I guess it does work with Tezzeret, but then you just, you know, like the things that you're trying to do doesn't make sense. You might as well just like pump this. Like you don't need to put the Atomic Microsizer, you know, you don't need the Ant-Man up the, whatever this is, turns into a bird. Yeah, you don't need the it's already a 4/4 flyer. It already has evasion, so it doesn't make sense. I did think about the Audible Antics. I did try that out for a little bit, but we just want to, with the prowess, you need a, you know, plethora of spells to cast in a turn. And as you watch the games, we're not casting a plethora of spells. That being said, Prop's Eidetic Memory is something that could be interesting, but we don't have enough card draw. Although, you know, you go at the Elegy over Gonti, but Gonti is just so good. There's also these exhaust creatures, but we don't have a way to discount the exhaust anymore. You know, we lost the training ground, so maybe if we still had training grounds. Combat tutorial I've tried in the past. That being said, yeah, maybe if you went with Eidetic Memory, you might look at combat tutorial, and then you start looking into the Demon Wall package, plussing, and I didn't really want to do that. You know, we've seen that, it's been done. The Sky Mage would be great to make a deck with this card if we can find a way to make it cheaper. There's a old honest Rusting can do it, but you know, when you're doing you know, green and black, are you drawing a lot of cards is the problem. Yeah, I guess Prodigy's a pretty good one to have as well. Another good card. Yeah, and I looked at Titus. I didn't really play the deck, but I looked at creating a deck with Titus. Being a 3-drop where you get a lot of +1 counters, but black, yeah, Dimir seemed better. I'm not playing ninjas, so there isn't any other ninjas, right? Huh. So you could do a ninja package with Kaido and plus ninjas and get the emblem. So there's like a number of ways that we can go with this Planisphere. There's also Kaido, right? Which begs the question, is the Atomic Microsizer better than Kaido? But Kaido is up to 1. It doesn't make your creatures tiny, right? And so the idea with the Microsizer is we're making the creatures tiny to make Depressurize, Tragic Trajectory, although Tragic Trajectory, if you warp a card, would, you know, Bitter, Triumph doesn't need it, but Nowhere to Run. Or like I could almost see having a second Nowhere to Run just because it gives us that instant speed selection. So maybe even cutting the trajectory for the Nowhere to Run. But I really wanted like something, you know, you need something for the top, for the bigger creatures that mostly like Hydras and +1 counter creatures, right? You know, things that the Baubles and the Depressurizes cannot hit. Yeah, so I might do like maybe that. You definitely want 4 Baubles because Tezzy, you know, you drew 1 or 2 Baubles, you get Tezzy out, you search up 1 Bauble, and then you need that 4th Bauble. You definitely need 4 Baubles for this. I like the life linkers. We didn't get to see that, but kind of the concept of the artifacts, right? And even the Death Toucher artifact, and this, you know, one of Virus Beetle is slowly decreased in amount. But the idea is you get an artifact creature, you know, that being said, the Oaken Sirens as well. And so the 0 ability on Tezzy is you +1 and you untap them. So you can add counters to your creatures, and then with the Atomic Microsizer, you know, it just makes them even better. So that's why we kind of went to the artifact situation. So that's why that maybe this isn't that great, but you know, we didn't want to go too heavy onto the Tezzy. We wanted the nice general all-around good deck, and I think we got it. I did include, I guess I didn't show this in the beginning, but I did include a couple of Sunken Citadels, which I normally don't play with, but that was more for the Starforge, where we could start to create robots type of situation. But the game's never lasted that long, so you know, it is quite possible that you just ditch these extra lands. You know, Fountainport can make you treasures. It could also make you fish. It could sack treasures and fish and hero tokens, I guess, if you wanted, type of situation. Yeah, the Reef. Yeah, there was like one game where, I mean, we only have like, I guess it's 8 tap lands, so it's not too bad. Really happy with this outcome after playing it a while and tuning it. You know, the first time that I was playing it, it kind of sucked, but you know, going 4-1 on the ladder and feeling pretty good about that. And you know, there's just a lot of ways that you can go with the Microsizer. Probably gonna see another deck or with this at least one for sure in the future, because I really liked it. Planisphere, not so much though. This has been Told, like and subscribe. See you guys next time. Do.